What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Panthers Advice. Today, man, I'm going to try and give you guys some clarification as to why I think the Panthers were so heavy on Jonathon Brooks and they drafted a running back, even though we already have Hubbard and Sanders. There's a couple reasons I like this pick. There's a couple reasons I'm kind of hesitant, right? One being we already have Hubbard and Sanders, but we're going to listen to an interview and break down some film that Dave is actually going to reference. Stay with me on this, because by the end, I think it'll all make sense. It doesn't mean I'm not questioning the pick, but I kind of like the direction that Dave wants to go, man. Let's jump into this interview.
Dave, what does Jonathon do? What's his skill set that you think really fit well with you like to do in the run game?
Yeah, versatility. First and foremost, our system calls for a back that can be used, of course, just in a traditional way, hand it to him.
See, that right there is interesting because a reporter asked Dave, what is it about Brooks that you like so much? What does his skill set bring? Dave says we need somebody who's going to be versatile, right? We need that versatility. I thought we had that with Hubbard, and what Hubbard wasn't good at, I thought Sanders made up for. Like I said before, I understand the direction that Dave is going and Dan is going. Doesn't mean I'm fully on board with it yet, but at the end of this video, it's going to make a little bit more sense. But I'm letting you guys know now, I'm questioning this too, but let's see what else Dave has to say right here.
Then how can we get this player in space, being able to get him in perimeter screens, checkdowns. We got a really cool empty package where we use the backs, flex them out to get matchups, things.
See, that right there is also interesting because I'm like, okay, you want a guy for checkdowns, screens, empty package. That's where I thought Miles would come into play at. So you put Hubbard in that single back, that pistol, right? That traditional running back sense. And when you're not using Hubbard, you use Sanders. I thought, again, referencing that 1-2 punch, we were set there. Again, I'm not fully on board with it, but I like that we're getting players that fit the offense because I felt like last year we got a lot of guys who just didn't mesh. And I can name them from top to bottom, and maybe we'll do that in another video. But let's keep this thing going, man. I don't want to make this too long on you guys.
He's a bigger back. He's got range. There's so much that he brings from a versatility standpoint. That's probably the biggest thing that stood out. And then just vision, patience, contact balance, acceleration. Like, he's got it all. He's the best back in this class, and we were so fired up to just be able to bring him in and create that competition that Dan talked about.
See, that right there tells you why Dave likes Brooks so much. He said vision, contact balance, acceleration, and patience. That's Dave's dream running back. So you can see that Dave is big on Brooks. But now we're going to look at some film. All right, guys, it's been a minute, but we're back in the film room. This first play we're going to look at right here is that empty package that Dave is talking about. So we got the running back right here in the slot. Now watch what happens. Baker's actually going to motion the running back in. Now the defense is probably thinking, hey, extra pass protection, man. Let's send some heat. What do the Buccaneers do? They run the screen, catches it at the 30, a couple cutbacks, bang, bang. Gets an extra 15 yards. So as you guys can see, this is kind of what Dave was talking about. He wants a running back that can be in a 5-receiver set who's going to be a valuable weapon for Bryce. Or also a running back that can do this, but also get motion back in, great pass protection, can take off on screens. Because as you're going to see, we need a back who can make a couple of guys miss in the open field. Like I said before, though, I thought we had that with Hubbard and Sanders. But if you get a back who can do both, hey, that's pretty good if you ask me, man. Let's check out the next one. So before we jump into the next play, I wanted to look at Brooks right here. He reminds me of Le'Veon Bell. He's very patient, and his vision is crazy too. Take a look at this right here. As you're going to see the Longhorns running a little RPO. He knows what he's doing right here. He's going to take this thing out, bang, and then cut that thing back, and that's 6 on the board. Very patient running back. Let's jump to our next play. So now we're going to jump to play number 2 right here. And this is what Dave was talking about. He wants a versatile running back. We're going to let this play develop, but we're going to break it down after and really go over exactly what Dave said at the first part. So right there, Baker's looking to his left. Nothing's open. So what's he do? He checks it down. So remember what Dave said in the interview, right? He wants a versatile running back, somebody who he can hand the ball off to or catch it on checkdowns. Right here is exactly what he's talking about. At the beginning of this play, it looks like potentially single back or pistol. The running back's going to have to run between the big boys, as you're going to see. Bang or bang, right? But Baker's going to audible. So now we're going to go into the spread. And remember the second part of the interview. Dave talks about not only do I want somebody who I can hand the ball off to, but also put him in the perimeter, open spaces in the check down. What happens right here? Baker's going to look to his left once the ball is snapped. Nothing's going to be open, as you're going to see, right? He's looking to his left, bang. So what's he do? He checks it down to the running back. And this is what Dave is talking about. He wants somebody who can check it down, or let's say Baker did an audible. He wants somebody who can run between the big boys. Let's jump to our last play. All right, guys, right here is going to be our last play. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is exactly what Dave was talking about. Empty package, using the running back to create mismatches, right? Take a look what happens right here. Baker's going to get pressured. What's he do? He's going to roll out to his right, hits the running back on the check down, and then bang, almost 15 yards after the catch. Hopefully this gives you guys an understanding of why Dave and Dan were so high on Jonathon Brooks. They want a running back who can do everything. Line up in the backfield or line him up in a 5-receiver set. Let me know what you guys think. I like the pick. I like the direction they're heading, like I said before. It seems like they're getting players that actually fit the scheme, unlike last year. But as always, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take it easy.